everybody, and welcome back to my channel. My name's Laura, and today we're going to do the July 2024 pick a card, tarot, and oracle reading. What I need you to do is simply relax and ask out loud to yourself or your spirit guides or whomever what is in store for me in July 2024. And once you've done so, take a look at all three of these groups on screen and select whichever one you feel most intuitively drawn to. This is the one your eye keeps going back to. This is the one you just intuitively feel it. You know, there's no logic, there's no rhyme or reason behind it. You just feel like that is your group. And some of you may feel drawn to more than one group, and that's totally fine. In fact, some of you may feel drawn to all groups, and that's fine. Even if you're not drawn to all groups, you can certainly watch all groups because we're heavily tuning into the collective energy as well as your individual energy. So we have group number 1 with the orange echinacea. These are all from the same plant out front of my house, by the way. Group number 2 with the yellow echinacea. And then group number 3 with the red echinacea. Once you've selected your group, you can skip to your reading using the timestamps, or you can watch through. Pause now if you're still selecting. And while I have you and Luna here, I want to remind you guys that I do offer personal readings one-on-one, and they are always linked in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. I love connecting with you guys in personal readings. I definitely want to be doing more of them, so please get yourself one if you feel drawn to, okay? Thank you guys. Let's begin. Hello, group number 1. Let's dive into your reading. We're actually going to start with tarot this time and then dive into your oracle cards. And there's going to be a lot of oracle cards, so stay tuned. I'm trying not to make this reading too long, but we'll see. It'll probably be around 30 minutes if I had to guess, but I'm going to take my time either way. All right, it's group number 1. What's in store for you in July 2024? We have the 7 of coins in reverse. Okay, so a lot of you are heading into this month and you're really wanting to see some payoff for the hard work that you've been putting in. Okay, in the workplace, you may have been taking on additional responsibilities or skills, and you're just sort of waiting to see the payoff for that, like the extra money. Could have been working hard in your business if you own your own business, adding new products, trying new marketing schemes, working harder than ever. And now it's time to just wait and see the results that are reaping in, okay? So I'm seeing a lot of you guys are in the perspective of not wanting to wait around, wanting to do everything that you possibly can and take as much action as you can to get the results that you want. And I'm seeing this is involving career, this is involving health and fitness, and this is involving money, 100%, definitely money, okay? You are not wanting to sit around and be, woe is me, I don't like where I'm at currently. You are wanting to take action and see and do everything you can. We have the 5 of Swords in reverse. Okay. A lot of you guys have already walked away from individuals these past couple of months, who, I don't know, they just didn't bring you joy. It's not that they were a bad person. It feels like they were just argumentative, maybe a little selfish. It's like they tried so hard to be a good friend to you, tried so hard to be a good family member, but their best wasn't good enough. And that sounds so harsh, but that's honestly what I'm seeing here. You know, their best was not good enough. You let them go. Okay, so this is where you're coming from. Let's see what July has in store for you. I think you're going to continue on with this energy of not tolerating argumentative, selfish people. One thing I'm seeing here, you're getting a lot more boldly outspoken when it comes to people judging you, critiquing you, etc. Okay, so if you are receiving any hateful or negative comments, or you know somebody who gives a lot of backhanded compliments, things like that, you're calling them out on it and saying, listen, your compliments, the help that you're offering me means absolutely nothing when you sandwich it in between insults and ridicule and judgment. You're being very outspoken on like changing the culture of people, like critiquing other people's culture, critiquing other people's appearance, critiquing other people's work that they know nothing about. You're becoming a lot more outspoken when it comes to defending yourself and not tolerating that type of adult bullying. You know, why has it become so normalized for people to harshly judge? You know, I hate to blame older generations for this, but I do think there are certain demographics of people who are very, very guilty of doing this. Usually older generations and highly religious people, highly conservative people as well, have a tendency to think like, oh, I could just speak my opinion, whatever. And they sandwich it in between compliments like, oh, you're so pretty. You'd look so much prettier without all that makeup, without, you know, all those black clothings you're wearing, or, you know, you'd look so much better without those things in your hair. Fill in the blank. It's so annoying. And I see you calling that behavior out when you see it happen to other people, as well as when it happens to yourself. And also you're calling it out in your own family, coworkers, people like that. I don't know why. I'm specifically seeing older generations. Yeah, 10 of Swords. So if you're working with any older people who are difficult to work with, or you have family members who are older, judgmental, or even if you're just in the public sphere and you have that type of ridicule, whatever it may be, wherever you're encountering this behavior, you're calling it out. You're done sitting around and like blocking it out and, you know, being the bigger person. Like, no. You're killing them with kindness, but also strongly calling them out on their behavior. 10 of Swords is an ending right next to that 5 of Swords. Okay. We carry on into July. There's like a cutthroat energy coming from you. Group number 1. You're taking no crap is what I'm seeing. You are not tolerating anyone or anything. Oh, please don't sit down. Oh, yep, she's gonna sit down. Luna, please get your butthole off of our butterfly. Thank you. Luna just wants to snuggle, guys. She loves you so much. All right. I lost my train of thought. See, she came in here, she sensed that we were getting cutthroat and angry, and she was like, oh, but why can't we all just get along and snuggle? You may have someone like that in your life who's always looking on the positive side, always trying to be the peacekeeper. I feel like your days of peacekeeping they're not done, but it's like you're peacekeeping from a different perspective now. You're like trying to actively change the culture in the world. with one annoying person at a time, calling out bad behavior when you see it. Yeah, very outspoken energies. And you've changed. You've changed a lot. In the past, you were very empathetic, and you still are, but you would tolerate so much more than you should have tolerated. And you were in relationships and friendships or jobs where like microaggressions and selfishness and everything prevailed quite a bit. And you had so much empathy that you sort of withstood it, but your patience with that is growing very, very weak, very thin, because, you know what, if I'm able to not go around judging people and being selfish and ridiculing, then so should you. You're really getting over it. You know, with age, I feel like there is a certain amount of frustration that comes when people don't have basic things figured out. Why am I getting so, like, antsy? Not antsy, like, sharp with you guys. Oh my god, your attitude is cutthroat. I love it. You are like that character in those fiction books that are just totally fierce energy this month. Justice in reverse. Yeah, there's so much here about, like, some of you may be, if you're not, like, literally, oh my god, Luna, like, protesting or doing anything like that, you're just calling things out that you want to see changed as they show up in your life. We have the Hierophant upright, taking on a leadership position in the world, taking on positions of teaching and authority. I am seeing you guys step into this leadership position. And for some of you, you could be stepping into more leadership positions in your career and workplace as well. You know, really being an authority in culture, an influencer, someone who teaches and serves and shows others the way forward. That's what I'm seeing. Very beautiful. Some of you may also be finding teachers yourself this month, okay? I'm seeing really great authors of, like, books that change your life. Some of you may be reading a life-changing book or finding some sort of teacher, whether that's a public speaker, a therapist, a coach, something like that. Somebody's changing your life, changing your perspective, and keeping you vigilant. You're constantly growing and changing. Luna, you really need to move. I'm sorry. I love you. You're so cute, but you need to move. You're taking up all the space. I can't move her, guys. She's her own person, you know? I don't like keeping her trapped. I would be mad if I lived with somebody who was a giant and they just picked me up and then threw me on the ground whenever I came around. So I don't like doing the same thing with my cats. You know, this is their home too, and they should be able to go wherever they want. That's my philosophy. And plus, who doesn't love loon pie? Today is our moon birthday. We were both born on the Capricorn full moon, believe it or not. Me and my cat share not only a moon sign, but literally the same exact position the moon was in. We're both Cancer suns, Capricorn moons, meaning we were born on the Capricorn full moon. And that is today. So it's her birthday. It's her moon birthday. And since she's named after the moon, we all have to give her love and attention and affection because that's all she wants. All right. We have the 8 of Wands in reverse. If you don't like cats, just unsubscribe. I don't know what to tell you. We have the Knight of Coins upright. Yes. Money, forward movement and momentum in career and money. I am seeing that. And also in the culture. We have the Page of Cups. Love is coming through. New friendships in particular. I'm seeing people want to be your friends, group number 1. We have Temperance in reverse. All right, yeah. Some of you, oh, she's holding my hand. I'm sorry, guys. I am obsessed with Luna. She is my best friend. I am seeing a lot of you are having emotions erupt this month in a positive way, but you're trying not to get overwhelmed with it. You're trying not to, for example, get obsessed with somebody if you start dating someone new right away with Temperance in reverse. You're trying to keep things cool, calm, and collected, even though internally you're freaking out because, like, you are really, really into this person. You're trying to keep things grounded, stable, and not lose yourself in relationships like you may have done in the past. Okay, I am seeing that. Because in the past, I see you may have been connected, whether friendships or relationships, with narcissists, selfish people, and you really lost yourself in those relationships. You really, really, really fell for them and may have had a long grieving process for that. So with the Page of Cups, I feel like your heart is opening up again, either to a new friend or relationship or somebody that you're dating, and you're having strong feelings towards them. Excitedly thinking about the future, like, oh, we can plan trips, we could do this, oh my gosh, I finally have a buddy to go run errands with all the time, blah, blah, blah. But another part of you is not wanting to get so into it that it becomes codependent, because you may have done that in the past. Okay, you're trying to keep yourself tempered, even though internally you're, like, freaking out in a positive way. So, yeah, I really want to get into your oracle cards. Another thing I'm seeing here is that a lot of you guys may be going to therapy. If you're not going to therapy, you may actually be connecting with a therapist as a friend. Okay? And it's not, I wouldn't recommend treating therapists who are your friends like as your personal therapist, but you may be connecting with somebody who works in the mental health field. Okay? Social worker, therapist, psychiatrist, someone like that. And it's so refreshing to have somebody who's, like, emotionally intelligent in your space and your energy, working with you, and being around them. But again, you're trying not to get overwhelmed with excitement of, like, all the different things that you can do and plan and be and possibly, like, all that stuff. You could also be connecting with someone, if you're dating, who is going to therapy. And again, it's like new to you to be in such a new healthy type of dynamic. So very interesting. We're gonna get way more details once we start pulling these oracle cards. So let's see what comes out. We have the Prayer coming out. Okay, Prayer and Hierophant coming out in the same reading. We are seeing deep spirituality this month of July for you. Okay, psychic abilities are really on point. A lot of you are acting as some sort of leader, like we said, a thought leader, somebody who leads the culture, leads philosophy. And you do this by being outspoken, by being yourself. But others, you know, you may actually put yourself into these leadership positions in the community. Even if it's just like you're the one friend in the friend group who plans everything, that's still a leadership position. Okay, or if you lead some sort of group, that is still a leadership position. If you have your own business or people like that, you facilitate healing communities and connections, that is definitely what we're talking about. Okay. Even if you're working a normal like 9 to 5 job, but you find yourself in some sort of managerial position, again, you're a leader and you have the opportunity to change the culture into one that is healthy. And I'm seeing you taking this opportunity way more seriously this month than you ever have before. And you're consciously thinking to yourself, what changes do I want to see in the world? Okay. When it comes to working, when it comes to culture, when it comes to belief systems, and how can I actively spread that change? Because when you are the change that you want to see, you are going to inspire and change other people, and they in turn will inspire and change other. And it has like a chain reaction of change that takes place in the world. So I'm seeing you envisioning a new world for yourself, for all of us, one that is lighter and freer, with less judgment, with more acceptance, with greater knowledge and understanding, and you are being that change that you want to see. Okay, which I think is it really shows a super high degree of maturity, because a lot of people remain asleep in this lifetime. A lot of people don't realize that they aren't a victim to the world. They can change the world. We are all equal. The government, doctors, people with high degrees, celebrities, they don't rule us. They are just as equal as we are. We are all floating on the same rock through outer space, and we all have the power to be the change and make the change that we want to see in this world. And I am seeing you taking that so seriously, battling the injustices that take place here, because group number one, you have a deep sensitivity to the injustices that take place in this world. You have a deep sensitivity to the parts of culture that are normalized that you don't want to be normalized, okay? You are having very sensitive reactions to those things. Absolutely. With Justice in reverse coming out nearby, this Temperance card being in reverse, you may be asking yourself, why am I so sensitive? How do I become less sensitive? How do I have a thicker skin? And Spirit is saying that's not the right question you should be asking yourself. Okay, your sensitivity is a gift, and you can use that sensitivity to make change in the world, because sure, you can have thick skin and you can just endure it and not care, but what's the fun in that? The things that you are being sensitive to in a negative way are things that need to be changed in the culture anyways. Okay, that's why you're here. And the interesting thing, and this may sound confusing if you've never experienced this before, you can endure that sensitivity and negative emotions and challenges from a neutral standpoint and objective perspective. So that way you're still at peace, even though you're deeply disturbed. I hope that makes sense. Like, you can be at peace and wear the world loosely, be a little detached from the human experience, and understand from a higher perspective that all of these challenges and negative emotions that you are going through are a gift in some way, and they are serving some sort of purpose. You can carry that perspective and still be at peace with yourself, even though you are not content and happy with certain aspects that this world has. Okay, I hope that made sense. I feel like that made sense for a lot of you in group number one, because you have the wisdom and the intelligence and the experience and the spiritual connection to understand what I'm talking about when I mean, like, you can be at peace and also in turmoil at the same time. Like, you can, from your highest perspective, understand that when people are being big meanie butts, it's because they're only really reflecting their own insecurities onto you, onto the world. However, that doesn't mean you're not affected by that, and you can still acknowledge that you're affected by that negatively. And through that negative emotion, you can create change by speaking up, or by changing the culture, changing your own life, and hoping other people tag along. All right. We have freedom. Beautiful freedom fighters. Absolutely. Yes. And we have the 8 of Wands here too in reverse that we barely talked about. And there's a bird represented here also. Yeah, with the 8 of Wands in reverse coming out underneath the 7 of Coins, I feel like you're desiring change at a much more rapid rate than it currently is in your life. And Spirit is saying there is wisdom in slowing down. There is wisdom in enjoying the ride. There is wisdom in, living a slower life. Group number one, I think you guys are really used to not being humans, like where you come from. Okay, how do I put this? I feel a lot of you come from higher realms of immortality, where the second you want something, you just think of it and you're already there. You know, that's how the spiritual realms work. And you're not used to some of the more difficult human emotions and darkness that comes along with being in this middle world, I guess you could say. And because of that, some frustration may linger in your aura, your energy. And I think the month of July, Spirit is asking you to relax, live the slow life while you continuously make the change that you want to see. And ironically, when you do that, I feel like things start speeding up anyways. You know, so you're still working just as much. You're still being the change you want to see, making the changes that you want to see, creating all of the stuff you've been doing, but from the perspective of slowing down energetically, like mentally, and living in the present moment, soaking up each and every present moment, and not putting so much pressure on yourself. So you're still having the same outpour of work and productivity, but what's changing is your mentality, and you're not putting so much pressure, anxiety, worry onto yourself. Because being in an anxious state of mind, a worried state of mind, that's not productive. And sometimes we like to convince ourselves that it is. Like, oh, I can't let myself relax because I got to keep pushing and pushing, pushing. No, you can do what you have to do and be relaxed at the same time. And I feel like that's the big wisdom of this month ahead for you. We have patience. Exactly, patience. And it's funny that we have the bee here, because bees are extremely busy and hardworking animals, you know, and that's what I was trying to articulate. Like, you can still have the same output of work and productivity and be patient and be gentle and be kind and mentally present and in this slow living energy with fast results. Spirit is trying to get you to tune into this possibility. Like, it is possible to live slowly while having quick results. If you've tried forever to shift a problem, there's probably something to learn from embracing it. May I let this be for now. Help me relax and trust my every need will be met. Often change soon follows. Exactly. That's literally what we just said. So there you have it. All right, you have the Child in reverse, connecting with your inner child. There's a lot you can learn by getting back in touch with your inner child. Your inner child did not have all this pressure on themselves, group number one. And you guys do. You know, your inner child grew and learned and developed at a rapid pace. And did they put this pressure on themselves? No, they didn't. And that's what I'm trying to deliver. That's the message that's coming through from Spirit for you guys right now. This feels groundbreaking. This feels like this is a new lesson that the universe is downloading into your aura, your energy. This idea that you could be in a state of rapid transformational growth while being playful and living slow and being silly. You know, Spirit's trying to create a schism between the concept of anxiety and pressure versus productivity and forward momentum and movement. These two things are not synonymous. You don't need one to have the other. And Spirit's trying to get you to let go of those anxieties, that pressure that you're putting on yourself, and have all of the results that you're looking for and more. And Spirit's actually saying that you will have more results when you stop putting so much pressure on yourself. You know, your inner child is always you. You know, we are all children in adult bodies, I feel. And it's important to let yourself play. It's important to let yourself indulge from time to time. Like, just last night, I bought myself Neapolitan ice cream. I swear, I've been living at this house, living on my own for 5 years. And Every time I go to the grocery store, I always eye up that Neapolitan ice cream, and I never get it because I'm like, oh, well, I gotta be healthy. I gotta, be financially mindful and blah, blah, blah. I finally got it yesterday. And my inner child was just so happy. It's like, finally. And it's like, why can't we indulge in these little pleasures? I mean, I get the concept of not overdoing it. But group number 1, if you're watching this, I feel like you've been so strict when it comes to your lifestyle. Like, your lifestyle feels to be all wellness and health and productivity and working and getting enough sleep and drinking enough water. You know what I mean? Spirit's saying, lighten up. Gosh. Which is such a funny message. We have the mutable moon. Nothing is yet set in stone. This month is going to unfold in many different ways, depending on what you want to do. I mean, honestly, this moon is saying that whatever you want to happen, it can happen. You have the power to change whatever it is that you want to change. But with the Knight of Coins, man, I'm just getting this message of like, you actually achieving way more than ever this month. Way more than ever. Like the increased money that you want, the health benefits that you want, fill in the blank, whatever you want that you've been working hard towards. I actually see you achieving it, but it's not through that self-pressure you've been putting yourself in. The Spirit is unlocking a massive answer for you right now. One of the biggest blockages in your success, in your wealth, in your prosperity, was that you were doing all of the right things. You have the skill, you have the talent, taking all the right steps, but your mindset was in the wrong place. Your mindset was in a place of bullying yourself, anxiety, pressure, worry, hopelessness, fear, more pressure. And Spirit doesn't want to reward that behavior. Spirit doesn't want you to correlate self-pressure with success, okay? Because that will condition you to keep pressuring yourself more and more and more. This feels like one of the final pieces of the puzzle, guys, before you achieve really big new heights of success. Okay, this is a massive blockage for you that Spirit is finally like illuminating in clear as day words is what I'm feeling. And going into July, if you really just keep this in mind, I don't even want you to work on it. There's nothing to work on. Keep this in mind, and you will see new heights of success. You will experience higher levels of freedom, financial freedom, emotional freedom, personal freedom, fill in the blank freedom. And it's going to be so, so, so beautiful. With Journey and Freedom, yeah, you guys are definitely traveling this month, a lot of you, or going on at the very least like really fun day trips. But I am seeing a lot of you traveling, vacationing, taking time off, which exactly aligns with what we're saying here. Like, this will be the break that you need. This will help you to manifest more that you're wanting to manifest just by like giving your mind, your energy, your soul a break and stepping into that place of play and discovery. It's in that space where so much prosperity can unfold. I think oscillating between playfulness, discovery, creativity without the need to have it be productive or monetized, creative consumption as well as output, versus working hard and being disciplined and doing the right things. I think there needs to be a balance there. And for the longest time, a lot of you watching have been so heavily like on the side of discipline, and you're creating that balance within yourself again, which is just so beautiful. But yeah, I am seeing travel, definitely packing bags worthy. Serendipity. Oh my gosh. And look at that 4-leaf clover, luck, happiness. And again, I'm seeing strong spiritual epiphanies and psychic downloads coming in for you. This reading feels like a psychic download, honestly. Like, this feels like brand new wisdom, a brand new spiritual lesson for you to take on. And we have the Hierophant, we have prayer, serendipity. I feel that you guys are going to be in super clear communication with your spirit guides, your higher self this month. Psychic paranormal experiences may be higher than usual. Okay. A lot of you may be reading books or learning more on your journey of spiritual awakening. You know, being a bridge between spirit and physical in new ways. Final card out, I wanted to get a message from your spirit guides, some advice or whatever wants to come through. We have inspire passion. Oh my gosh, yes. And look at that stoic, sort of like head held high, leadership look in her eye. That was kind of what I was picking up from you guys this whole time. And the fire burning from her heart, from her soul. Yes, being the change that she wants to see. This is exactly what your reading is all about. Life devoid of passion can be a boring, uninspired, blank canvas that slowly drains the soul. And when you drain the soul, guys, that's when your finances drain, your ability to manifest drains, everything drains, okay? Let's repeat that, because this is all singing in harmony, this reading. Life devoid of passion can be a boring, uninspired, blank canvas that slowly drains the soul. See, this is why I feel like Luna popped into the reading. Okay? She felt that we were getting too serious, too, like, fierce. And that fierceness is a good thing. But she came in, she's like, oh, well, why don't we just snuggle? Why don't we, like... take it easy. Why don't we relax? Why does everything have to be so serious and structured? You know, I think that was totally serendipitous and had meaning. Everything in life is serendipity. Everything in life has a meaning. And that's another thing. I feel like you always used to see that meaning in everything in years past and months past. And you're starting to see that in everything again once more. And starting to speak the language of spirit once more if you've been distracted with other things, with overworking yourself. Wow. Yeah, definitely connecting with your inner child, because children do that same thing. They're so connected to spirit. They talk to their imaginary friends or spirit guides, you know. They see the signs, the synchronicities all around them. They still believe in everything, you know. You're reconnecting to that part of yourself. Now is the time to reignite your passions and rejoin life. This is an opportunity to set new goals, which will in turn reconnect you to all that is sacred. Okay, so we do see you starting new goals this month, and I do see that in the Page of Cups here as well. New creative projects, new relationships, and that rabbit here represents a sort of silliness, you know. He's holding this thread, which to me is like a thread of life. I mean, there's a story behind this, and I'm not sure what that story is, but intuitively I'm looking at this and viewing that thread as the thread of life that is guiding everyone forward. And rabbits represent fertility as well, that sort of sacred sexuality and silliness, and just doing things just for the sheer pleasure of it. Not necessarily to be productive or whatever. So yeah, I'm seeing you reconnect with beautiful parts of yourself this month. I feel like a highly psychic month, new levels of success being achieved through you being less serious and tuning back into your inner child, while also using that fierce energy we were picking up on to be the change that you want to be and call out bad behavior when you see it. Nothing is yet set in stone. You can do whatever you want this month. And I'm also seeing a lot of travel, okay? So thank you guys for joining me. Like this video, comment how it resonated down below, and subscribe if you have not already. If you want a personal reading with me one-on-one, the link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. I also offer my intention oils there and spiritual life coaching sessions there, so check it out. Bye-bye. Hello, group number 2, and welcome. Let's see what's in store for you in July 2024. I'm going to be shuffling up the tarot first, and then we'll get some oracle. What is in store for group number 2 for July 2024? We have the 2 of Cups as your first card. Group number 2. Love is in the air. Love of all sorts. You know, you may have a lot of people wanting to hang out with you at this time. A lot of friends trying to get closer to you, like new friend energy has been really strong in the collective recently. People trying to get you to be a part of their community. And I mean, love. Love is love. We have romance, obviously. And the thing about the Two of Cups is it is really healthy love. It's not from a place of need, necessity, codependency. It is healthy, interdependent love. Two people helping each other out in life, being there for each other, but not necessarily needing each other, but it's close, it's intimate, it's beautiful. I mean, I love that the Two of Cups is your first card out. Yes. Ooh, we have the Devil. Okay, I mean, the Devil does represent certain restrictions, addictions, things getting in the way of your happiness. And there's an illusion here that you're stuck dealing with this, but really there is a way out. I just got the message coming through. Some of you may have gotten a diagnosis, okay? And doctors or medical people may be saying like, oh, it's hopeless, or there's nothing we can do, or, oh, just take this drug forever and it'll be fine. And I'm seeing there could be alternative methods of healing. I'm not a doctor. Do not sue me for giving you medical advice, okay? I'm just some person on the internet with tarot cards. However, that message just randomly came through for me. For someone watching, multiple people watching, you may be looking more into herbal medicine, holistic healing, Eastern medicine, things like that, non-mainstream, non-Western types of medicine and healing. Getting back in touch with indigenous roots is what I'm seeing here, and sort of like decolonizing your health and life. Okay. We have the Magician coming out in reverse right next to that, okay? And this, to me, like, these two cards together, it does show somebody with, like, a big ego. Huge ego. Like, oh, I have all these high degrees. I know what I'm talking about. But they're not solving the problem. Or they think they're, like, hot stuff, but you've gotten better treatment, whether this be professional treatment or treatment in friendships and relationships, from people who didn't have those high degrees or didn't have all that going on. You know what I mean? It's somebody who's full of themselves. And you don't need to put up with them. I feel like people around you have been telling you this for years now. Whoever this is to you, people have been saying, why do you put up with them? And you may be at the point where you're like, yeah, I don't know why. I do now. They're just tenured. They're just what I do. No. You don't need to do it. It's like, you shouldn't be doing something, but you keep doing it anyways. You shouldn't be seeing someone, but you keep seeing them anyways. So just stop. And this could be, it doesn't have to be a professional. It doesn't have to be a friend. This could also be a behavior of yours, or something that you keep repeating and you're like, yeah, I shouldn't do this. Okay, then stop. Group number 2, stop. This is the month to stop. Especially with the Two of Cups coming in with this healthy new love and connections. Like, they don't want to see you going through this. They don't want to see you treated like this. Do you want to stress them out? No. I doubt it. We have Judgment in reverse. Yeah, I think you're making the judgment call to actually leave this behind, whatever it may be. 8 of Wands. Oh my gosh, so much forward momentum and answers will finally come when you stop relying off of this. There's so many different examples that are coming through as we tune into this. So I don't want to get too specific because all of your examples are different, but it's like, let's just say you're the person watching who has a health issue that you've been dealing with like your whole life and never got answers on it, always relied on Western medicine and always left disappointed. That's the energy that I'm feeling here. No matter what your situation is, particularly this person or this thing or this behavior always leaves you disappointed. Like, all the time. Even when it's like hard to leave you disappointed, they leave you disappointed. That is like the shining characteristic that you all share. And you're going somewhere else. You're trying a new method, and it is so much better and gives you so many more answers. It's so much healthier. You see so much more change within yourself that you almost are like, why didn't I do this sooner? Oh my gosh. Yeah, so if any of you are feeling called to any new type of healing plan, holistic healing thing, letting go of someone toxic and putting yourself out there to newer, healthier people, or like a different method of lifestyle or diet or something like that, I would say go for it, experiment, see what works for you. Because I'm seeing something that works for you tremendously well, and it's way better than what you were trying to do before. And you see massive improvements, massive forward movement and results. Okay. We have the Seven of Swords in reverse, which is very fascinating because this is definitely a card of selfishness to me, and it's coming out right near the devil. Yeah. This is like almost somebody who just wanted to get the most amount of money out of you as possible. They didn't really care about your health. And this could, if it's a personal relationship, this could be somebody who was just selfish in general. You know, you fed them so much energy and reassurance and the good things that they needed and wanted, but they didn't give it back in return. And I'm seeing for a lot of you, you already have long let go of this person. But now you're actually trying something new, okay? So it'll only be a very small few of you who are still hanging on to this person or this thing. I feel like a lot of you already gave up on this thing or this person months ago. And now you're finally at a place where you've had space and you're ready to try something new, ready to be vulnerable again. And that leads you to this Two of Cups moment, this Eight of Wands moment, so much forward momentum and passion and something that's healthy and good for you and right for you. Whether it is a new behavior, a new doctor, a new person that you're dating, a new friend, whatever it may be, like you're ready to try again and open up to something or someone new, a new pattern of behavior, a new method, a new thing that'll work for you. So very, very fascinating. For example, like if you're a podcaster, there may be like a new platform to post your podcasts on, and you're opening yourself up to it. Because the one that you may have been on for a long time, like there may be so many annoying things about it, or you don't like the change in like contract or what the heck is that thing called? Like privacy settings or whatever. Oh my gosh, of course your card fell on the ground. I can never get through a reading without dropping something on the ground. Okay, let's get it. We have Justice in reverse. This came out for group number 1 as well. Justice in reverse right next to the Seven of Swords in reverse, right underneath the devil. This triangle, guys, is dangerous. And then the Magician in reverse right there. Oh my gosh. Judgment in reverse. Y'all need to protect yourselves from really selfish people and behaviors, addictions, anything that's just not right. It is not good for you. It is not balanced. It is not harmonized. You're going to purge that out of your system this month. Absolutely. Let's see what else wants to come out. Definitely beware of more narcissistic types of people. I would be vigilant for that. Selfish people. People who give unsolicited advice all the time. I would watch out. If your intuition is saying that, like, something's off with someone or you don't like them or the energy's just not right, I would definitely listen to it. Don't wait to see why your intuition is warning you. Just trust it, okay? We have the Ace of Wands in reverse. And we have the Six of Cups in reverse. Oh my gosh. Wow. You know, all of these cards, except for these two, are talking about the same thing. But the weird thing about this reading is I feel like these are all warning you of like someone you've already let go of in your past, or something like that, where they treated you so poorly. But the funny thing is, in July, I feel like you're getting the opposite of that, where you're being treated so well, so kind, so nice, and having like something really healthy and good that like works, that the reason why all of these bad cards are showing up, even though I feel like it's from the past, is because this month you're doing like every single day, you're like, I can't believe I put up with that. And it's like every good little new thing that happens is just another reason why you left. And I am seeing extreme amounts of gratitude this month. And let me remind you, even if like, say this is all talking about someone from your past who was like abusive, neglectful, narcissistic, selfish, just always made you feel hard to be loved, and you took so much time to be single, this month could be a month where you're like actually dating someone again, and this person is so healthy and everything they're doing is so right. Your mind has no choice but to sort of compare and like be like, I can't believe it. Like, I can't believe I settled for so much less in my past. I am getting so much like happiness from you guys because you're finally being treated right. You're finally being put in a setting that works for you, that works alongside you. I'm seeing here someone watching, your child may be like autistic or have some sort of learning disability or whatever, and they suffered for so long, and they're finally being put in an environment or with the right resources, and it is like life-changing for them. You know what I mean? There's so many examples of different scenarios that I'm picking up from all of you from this reading. It's like so life-changing and positive, happy. I'm finally in the right place, finally being treated with respect and understanding like I don't have a deficit of character or qualities. It's just I was in the wrong places hooking up with douche canoes in the environment that was restrictive and didn't care. And once you're finally around people who do care and put that attention to detail and do respect you, it is so life-changing. All right, moving on to the oracle. We have the Pilgrim. Beautiful. I love this card because it really shows that you're willing to go outside of your comfort zone this month and put yourself into new environments, meeting new people, and you're having a very open mind about how things can turn out. Also, with this card, I see a lot of you may be traveling to new destinations that you've never been before this month. Specifically, you've never been there before. Even if it's like a very short like weekend trip or like day trip, like you're going somewhere you've never been before. We have action with the ocean. Beautiful. Yes. I'm seeing you showering someone with love and attention. Okay, like even if it's like your hairdresser, you're getting them like a goodie bag full of things. Or like your child's teacher or something. I mean, I guess it's summer, but you're giving them something to show your appreciation. Your partner, someone you've been dating, you're getting them like a gift. I'm seeing actions to show your gratitude, your appreciation to the people around you, which is just so beautiful. And with action and 8 of Wands, I am seeing a ton of productivity this month in general as well, which is really great too. A lot of forward movement. 8 of Wands, there's a lot of invitations out that you'll be getting this month. A lot of people who want to connect with you, the right people who want to connect with you after you purged the wrong people from your aura, your energy. Yeah, it feels like so happy, so content with the new possibilities that are just ripe all around you. We have water coming out in reverse. Yeah, water is healing. Water helps us flow and change. And guys, the one thing the one piece of advice I would say to you, group number 2, is if you've been taking time to be by yourself. Like, say you're single and you've been taking time, like, not to date, to just connect with yourself. Or if you've been, I don't know, there's so many examples of this. I gotta sneeze. Oh God. Once you talk about it, it never happens. Anyways, the message here is, it might be time to open yourself back up. It might be time to see what sort of magic is out there and go with the flow, you know, with no pressure. But yeah, I sense that spirit, the universe, has a little bit of magic they're wanting to infuse into your life, but you have to sort of open up that floodgate if you want it to come through. We have the new moon eclipse. Expect powerful change. Yes, this is exactly what I'm picking up on. Like, life-changing, different course of action. It's like you've tried forever to solve a certain problem or get a certain, like, feeling, and you were going about it in the wrong way, the wrong direction, and now you're redirecting. It doesn't necessarily feel career-related or business-related for most of you. Okay, this feels like if you've been frustrated with your love life, connecting with the wrong people, if you've been frustrated with your health, not getting answers, you're going in a different direction. You're relinquishing the people and things that were full of themselves. You're saying enough is enough. I'm done trying to get answers out of that through that method. You go an alternative way and you see life-changing results. I don't know why I keep coming back to this feeling that there's a lot of people watching here today that like have life-changing differences in your health. Whether you like add a different supplement or a different type of exercise or something, and it like makes you want to cry how much relief that you get physically. Or same thing with love, especially too, like you finally connect with friends or people who actually pour energy into you as you do to them, who are actually like good for you, right for you, here for you. And it makes you want to cry because you're like, I've been missing this my whole life, my entire life. It's an intense, powerful feeling. There are a few of you who are still stuck, though. We need to acknowledge that there are a few of you who are still stuck trying to get answers from this wrong source, this wrong person, this wrong way of going about it. And this reading is absolutely asking you to take action and make change immediately. Like, let this person go. Let this thing go. Okay, we see lying, we see narcissism, we see someone who is full of themselves. Like, I'm smart, I have this experience, I have that experience. You know, and they give you the vibe that they're just using you. Anyways, either for your money or you're filling up their ego or even like sexual needs if it's a romantic thing. Using you for clout. Like, let go of this person or these people if you're still hanging on. My God. I don't feel like most of you are, but there are definitely a handful of you watching who are. And eclipses are known for endings. And you have the new moon eclipse card coming out to represent this month for you. So there is certainly really, really powerful changes taking place for you this month. Inviting in life-changing love and answers into your life. Completely revoking that which wasn't working, that you're trying to make work for years on end. I'm also seeing a lot of action that you're taking to make your dreams happen. Productivity in terms of reaching your goals. And expect powerful change in that as well. 8 of Wands, a lot of forward movement. A lot of seeds that you planted in the past that you've been working really hard on, not seeing results for, they are blooming. We have, oh my gosh, door to value. Right when I start transitioning to talk to money and goals and all of that, we have the door to value coming out upright. Yes. Powerful, 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 powerful change. For those of you who make your own money. For those of you who have goals involving like having your own business, making your own money goals, saving, paying off a certain debt. Like I am seeing powerful forward momentum in that this month. Absolutely. Powerful change because you're taking a lot more action. You're taking more action because you're in the right environment. There's a major beneficial jump in your health, in your love life. And because you're around the right environment, the right people, they make you glow. They help you reach new levels that you've never even thought of before. You guys are top tier people, okay? And that's why I'm feeling that a lot of the people that you connected with in your life just did not inspire you, did not help you grow. They held you back. They took from you. It is rare to find somebody of your caliber, group number 2. And I feel like you've been missing connecting with people and environments and wisdoms that are of your caliber. Really, really just not even consciously realizing it because it's been so lacking in your life. And once you finally connect with people who are at that caliber, those environments, those places, those answers that are at your caliber, you glow different. You really do. And you become inspired. You take on new ideas that you never dreamt of. You just achieve so much more than you've ever achieved before. And I'm so happy that this is happening for you. We have never-ending story. Yeah, I feel this. And if we look closer, there's a fairy here sitting on a, what is that called? A sand timekeeper hourglass. There we go. And in the center, there's this heart, and it has this dial, and it says, yes, love, me, yes, no, yes, no. So it's, to me, this whole image is sort of showing like the never-ending story of never getting answers, of being disappointed in a relationship, in circumstances. That's what's ending. This came out in reverse. That's what's ending. This never-ending story is ending miraculously this month because you're embodying change. You're inviting change in. It almost had to get so bad of like waiting and being disappointed to the point where you completely revoked something from your life and decided to pioneer, like, I'll try anything, I'll do anything other than this, like, get me out of here. That put you into this space of finally opening yourself up and allowing yourself to click with the right people, the right environments, things like that. We have Make It Gods coming out. It says, release the idea of my. As soon as you start to say the money, the relationship, the job, freedom arrives. When there is no grasping, the right actions get shown. Free me from the prison of my dear Lord. Yeah, and I think this has a lot more to say as well. Release me from desire. Release me from wanting. The very act of wanting something sort of goes against the law of attraction if you think about it. Because when you want something, you don't have it. And so instead of wanting and sitting in that place of waiting and wanting, you want to get into a place of action, present moment, gratitude. Okay, so that's kind of what this card is saying. Release the release the want, release the desire. You know, I saw someone the other day say that they attracted a lot by actually saying they don't want it. Oh, I don't want a car. I don't want, a 6-figure income. And I wouldn't necessarily recommend that approach, but I mean, it works nonetheless because you're focusing on the thing you want to manifest and you're trying to remove the want factor from it. But another way that you can do that is by simply taking inspired action, keeping an open mind, and like once you set your desires to the universe, like let them go. Stop wanting for them. They'll find you when you don't want them anymore. Trust me, I know this from experience. Especially people, oh my gosh. You may want so hard for someone to show up and love you the right way for so long, and it's like once you let go of them and then wait some time, and then it's like once you're so over them that you don't want to be with them at all, I swear to God, that's when they finally come in and they're like, I made a mistake, blah, 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 blah. Like, I am telling you, Once you don't want it, it tends to come in. So find value in your life all around you, and value will be reflected back to you. Take action. Final card out, we're going to get a message from your spirit guides, and we have synchronicity coming through. Are you noticing the signs of synchronicity that the spirit world has been sending you at this time? People and situations in your life are not just appearing by coincidence. In reality, they're being guided to you from the spirit world to help you for a specific reason. Absolutely, guys. Even the people who suck, they guided you to the right answers to make you healthier, wealthier, more intelligent than ever, because if you didn't go through that struggle, there was like a world of knowledge you wouldn't have discovered, a whole culture you wouldn't have discovered, a whole fill in the blank that you wouldn't have discovered. But, you don't have to stay in that place for so long, you can get up and experience the good things too. And I feel like spirit is starting to shift you into a place where, oh my God, I just get so much gratitude coming from your reading. A month of gratitude, a month of just being so happy and content because you've been wanting and needing something for a long time, and to the point of like not even consciously being aware of how bad you needed something. And it feels like it's finally coming in as you take the actions to release and let go of that which does not serve you. And you take the action that is aligned with, inviting in this beautiful love, inviting in these answers, inviting in this change. And it comes to you. And it makes you like want to cry. I sound like I'm crying right now. I'm not. My nose is stuffed. I have the cold. But yeah, it's a life-changing month for you, group number 2. So definitely enjoy it. Thank you for joining me. Like this video, comment how it resonated down below, and subscribe to the channel if you've not already. If you want a personal reading with me one-on-one, the link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. I also offer my intention oils there and spiritual life coaching sessions there, so check it out. Bye-bye. Hello, group number 3. Welcome. Let's see what is in store for you in July 2024. Let's dive into it. Group number 3, July 2024. How have you guys been, by the way? Let me know in the comments. All right, we had 4 cards come out. First card out is the Magician in reverse. This came out for group number 2 as well. We have the 7 of Swords. We have the King of Cups in reverse. We have the Knight of Swords. I love when the Knight of Swords comes out, honestly. It is fast-moving changes. This is something I've been picking up for the collective this month. A lot of fast-moving changes in all of our personal lives. But the ironic thing is there is like a sort of relaxed nature about this month as well. It feels like we are not putting so much pressure onto ourselves. It feels like a lot of people are just sort of spending more time alone or with your chosen family, your created family, as opposed to going out and being loud and doing everything out in the town. I mean, I'm sure you might have those days, but collectively I've been feeling this sort of quieter energy for this July, and a lot of quick moving personal changes in all of our lives, and I am certainly seeing that in your reading as well. One thing that I am weary of is whenever the Magician comes out in reverse next to the 7 of Swords. These cards have been coming out so much in these readings, so definitely be careful of anyone who may be a little bit shysty, okay? Especially anybody you work with, any bosses you may have. If you are qualified for a certain income at your job, or like if your coworkers get paid more than you, but you're the one doing more of the work, or you're signed off on more responsibilities or things like that, and you're not getting paid accordingly, that's where the shysty energy exists. I don't know why that's being channeled through specifically. Maybe for a lot of you guys watching, not all of you, that is something that applies to you where you may qualify for a lot more, and you're being asked to sort of, I'm seeing a message here. If you work for like an employer, gather up information on how much other people get paid, what the current starting salary is at the job that you're at, and understand where you fit into that and if you're getting paid accordingly. I don't know why that's coming through. I feel like Spirit is really wanting to call out a lot of people on this like sort of ill treatment. I feel like this is going to be one of the many changes that take place with Pluto and Aquarius. We're going to see a lot of changes over the next 20 years, not even just this month. A lot of people calling out corporations, employers that don't pay people fairly or equally, trying to pull a fast one on people, trying to save the company as much money as possible, even if that comes at the expense of not treating employees fairly. Okay, so I don't know why this is all coming through. Pluto and Aquarius has been giving like an edge to society. You know, no longer tolerating things that we once tolerated. I've been feeling it so strongly in the collective, so strongly in the other groups and all of the zodiac readings. By the way, on my second channel, I do monthly and weekly videos. Oh gosh, just dropped the microphone on myself for each zodiac sign. And this message has been coming through a lot in the collective, so much recently, for like the past few weeks, as well as this month especially. So if you've been finding yourself getting a little bit more agitated or annoyed at things in society such as homophobia or racism, not being treated fairly by employers, capitalism, you know, all of these things, whatever it may be, fill in the blank, definitely an effect of Pluto Aquarius energy, which will be with us for like 20 years, guys. It's a change in the culture, and this shift just started happening this year, so yeah, definitely be careful this month. There could be people around you trying to pull a fast one on you, trying to get more out of you than they are giving back. King of Cups in reverse. This is someone who they come across as your friend. They come across as this nice person, but they are not to be trusted. And I don't know why I keep coming back to like a workplace setting. Like the boss that's like your friend, that has your back, that like it's you and them versus, you know, corporate or whatever, you know what I mean? But in reality, they really are like trying to not pay you accordingly or not give you the benefits you're supposed to be getting. A very specific story coming through. I know it's not going to resonate with 100% of you, but I have to speak when I have these sort of stories coming through. It doesn't have to just be in career either. For some of you, this could be in personal relationships. Okay, there could be someone here who comes across as the nice person. I'm so nice. Look at all the favors I do for the people around me. Like people pleasing. Woe is me. I'm so busy helping everyone. But there could be some underlying manipulations there. Always be weary of people pleasing behavior. Okay. Knight of Swords, though, this does show positive forward change and momentum. I don't really see you guys tolerating too much from these types of individuals this month. I feel like a lot of you are staying on the prowl here for better opportunities, better jobs, better living situations. You know, keeping your options open is what I'm seeing. All right, let's see what else wants to come out. Group number 3. Queen of Coins in reverse. Wow. Okay. So this does show older feminine energy. They could be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. They don't have to be, though. And this is usually somebody who is very... I don't know why I'm getting the word reclusive, actually. Reclusive. They don't go out that much. They haven't met too many people on the planet, on Earth. You know, not exposed to so many different cultures and newer ways of thinking. It's somebody who's kind of stuck in their ways. So we have 2 individuals here. They could be older than you. They could be in a position of authority. And they are both kind of exhibiting a little bit of like problematic behaviors here. I honestly, with the Knight of Swords in the middle, I'm kind of viewing you as the Knight of Swords, being the young, fresh change in a lot of people's life. You have a lot of ideas that are like progressive, future-oriented, wanting to do things better, wanting to move society forward, or move, where you work forward, or where you like your community forward. You don't want to stay stuck in the past. You want change. And so you may find yourself being the voice of change a lot this month. I want to get more specifics. Let's see what else wants to come out. With all of these court cards, though, this could be a particularly social month for you. Group number 3. The High Priestess, spiritual connection. Yeah, you guys operate at the veil of existence, on the bridge between the metaphysical and the physical. Okay, I'm getting deeper spiritual connection. Some of you may be visiting sacred spaces this month, whether that's in nature or like some sort of building. Whether you realize it or not, you are visiting sacred spaces, places on this planet where the veil between the physical and the spiritual are very, very thin. A lot of you are possibly in a position in life where you are this high priestess. You are this person who channels in ideas, messages, and energies from the unseen realms into the physical realm. We all have a piece of this high priestess within us, and you're really tapping into it this month. I'm also seeing carrying on traditions that are good, that are positive. Okay? Continuing to do what works. Passing down the stories, the recipes, the music, the culture that works, that is good, that is history, while being the change that you want to see that is not positive, that we don't want to continue passing down. I'm seeing so many people in the collective taking personal responsibility for the planet, for the culture, which is so beautiful. This month is really interesting. In this High Priestess, we see her sitting down reading a book. I feel like a lot of you will be getting into a really juicy book or book series or something like that this month. If not a book, this could even be like a video game. This could be like a TV show. I am, like I said in the beginning, I'm seeing a lot of like alone time, a lot of getting wrapped up in these fantasy worlds, which that's not a bad thing at all, you know? So yeah, just quiet moments to yourself. I'm seeing tea. Someone watching here is growing their own tea. Okay. I also pick up on the energy of a florist watching. So if any of you work in like as a florist, let me know in the comment section, because your energy is very strong and positive and clear this month. We have the 4 of Cups coming out, and this popped out with the 6 of Swords in reverse. This is what it looks like upright. Beautiful. Yeah, so there is an energy of slight dissatisfaction, like wanting to manifest a bit more, and the universe is coming through with an Ace of Cups moment. I'm seeing a craving to be around people who really speak your language, who are very similar to you, who are into the same things, who thinks the same way. I think it's very necessary. For example, if you're a woman, you may be around men all the time and you're just craving that being around other women, or vice versa. Or, you know, if you're somebody who is an artist and you're around a bunch of like scientists or like normal people all day, you're really craving to be around other creative thinking people. So I'm seeing that desire to like sort of find your tribe, find your people. And the stress of not having that, I think, is what leads you to enjoying these sort of works of fiction this month, you know, just being content, enjoying your own company for the meantime, while spirit and universe create these developments for you to meet people who are like-minded. Also, it's important for you to make these developments yourself and get out there and connect with a community that is like-minded on your own, making the decision to put yourself in these places. But I don't know, I feel like I'm getting the sense, especially with the 6 of Swords in reverse, a lot of you feel like you just don't fit in where you live or where you work, like the culture there. I'm getting the energy, someone watching, like you may live in like a really conservative area and you just don't feel like you fit in at all. But then if you were to move to a city where there are a lot of people like you, you may be craving that like nature. You may be craving the space. And I want to say, especially with the High Priestess here, a lot of you, like the group number 3, are hedge witches or shamans, high priestesses, people who exist on the border, on the bridge between physical and spiritual. A lot of you watch my channel. I know this for a fact. And I guess those of you who this resonates with all select group number 3, but you will never have absolutely perfection. You know, every location that you live at has its pros and cons. Every person has their pros and cons. Okay, you can look at every single person in your life, every friend you have, every family member, everyone you talk to, and you can list out things that they're blind to, like their blind side, what their blind side is, their flaws. Okay, you can list them out with every single person you know. You could also list out the good qualities that they bring to the table. Everything on this planet has pros and cons, and it's up to your intuition and your judgment, your conscious choices to decide which people and places you want to live with and which you don't want to live with. But you need to have the acceptance that nowhere is perfect, nothing is perfect. So which flaws do you want to live with and which are non-negotiable for you is what I would say. And I mean, you can hope that your presence will change the flaws that you don't necessarily like within others or environments, communities, but you can't bet on that always. You know, you will have influence, but not totality. All right. What is your final tarot card? And then we'll get into the oracle. We have the King of Coins in reverse coming out right underneath that Queen of Coins in reverse. I don't know why I'm getting this sense of like a couple that you don't like. Okay, so for example, like if you work for a family business, there may be like a couple that owns the business that are just mean. Okay, or like if you hang out with like your in-laws a lot, your brother or sister-in-law and their husband or wife or whatever, they just may be a mean couple. Not nice people, judgmental. And again, it's kind of fueling this desire to like get out and surround yourself with people who are like-minded, you know? So I'm seeing that type of energy here. It's not like an intense energy. I don't think you're like super upset this month. It feels like you're just doing your own thing, enjoying your own little inner world. And I'm also getting the message that your home is a sanctuary, an absolute sanctuary, filled with light and beauty and art, life, the things that you love. It's like your personality exploded onto the walls and floors and everything, your own sacred little nook on this planet. And so for some of you, you may be adding to that and really embodying that, you know. It's like a sort of homesickness that you may be feeling for your own energy. And I think that's awesome that you are taking the time to be alone and get lost in your own inner world this month. You know, everything that you need is always within yourself. And you're sort of radiating this divine you-ness in your home, wherever you go. Don't feel pressured to conform to people you don't respect. And when you radiate this divine you-ness, it will attract the attention of all the right people, as well as all the wrong people. It'll attract attention no matter what, but you become a beacon for the people who resonate with you. And they'll reach out to you. You guys will connect. You'll feel drawn to each other. And understand that you're not alone on this planet. It'll also illuminate the people who are really not meant for you and totally deter them from you, but that's a good thing in my opinion. So, all right, let's dive into your oracle. Oh, we have Anima Mundi. This is one of the weird cards that I'm going to have to read from the books because it's a little bit, it's interesting. And it's coming out a little bit in reverse, not completely in reverse, but we'll read about what this means for you. Anima Mundi. That is the number 5078. So let's see. Okay, this is also known as the soul of the world and all that is. Anima Mundi epitomizes the principle accept all, reject none. Simply put, it is the living soul of the world in all its multifaceted, multidimensional layers, bonded together by loving cosmic forces. Diversity is celebrated, multiplicity is honored, and nothing is denied embrace. Constructs of separation dissipate into the wonderful mess of shared consciousness. Anima Mundi is the link between the literal and imaginal, the rational and the mythic. It is the connective fiber that makes life meaningful. This card indicates an initiation on the level of the soul. You will awaken the unique light within and witness how this light contributes to the radiance of the entire universe. Yeah, that divine eunice that we were talking about. If we even look at this card, I'm just seeing like the way that the art is with this person meditating on the inside, and it's just surrounded by these cool little jewels and offerings and things, and that's kind of what I was seeing, like you sort of exploding outside of yourself, like radiating eunice. You know, like if you have like a bubblegum pop princess vibe about you, it's like painting your front door like hot pink, and you know, putting your dog in like a bubblegum pink sweater or something, and really not caring what people think of you or say about you, because when you radiate this eunice, that is your power. That is what makes people famous, by the way. That's what makes people seen. So if your problem with life recently is that you're needing more eyes on you, more attention, for whatever reason that may be, more success in business or more success in love, you have to radiate that divine eunice boldly. And yes, that will come with a lot of people judging you. That will come with a lot of people shoving their nose into your business and giving backhanded compliments and rolling their eyes at you. But it'll also give you what you want. You know, it's a give and take. Life is a give and take. Everything is equal in this universe. So Spirit is saying, if you want that attention, if you want that success, that flow that you're looking for, you need to accept the cons that come with it. And that goes back to what we were just saying. Everything in life has pros and cons. And I feel like this is like the theme of the month for you. You will sense yourself as a critical note in the cosmic orchestra. Destiny is altered as you hear the enchanted melody of all living things. And the light of Anima Mundi is tending to the sacred details of life. The dark, the shadow, is overwhelmed by the bigness of existence. So where do you fall on that? Group number 3. We have transformation. Yes, I am seeing a glow up. And I just saw 2020 on the timer. 2020. Beautiful number of connecting with the people who you're meant to connect with the number 2. And the number 0 is nothing and everything all at once. It is a complete rebirth, a transformation of self. A lot of you are going through this transformation of self and really, I don't even want to call it like rebranding yourself, but being more you. Like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, let's just say you're that bubblegum pop princess personality and all of your clothes are like normal, like business corporate, like gray, whatever. It's like, that's not aligned with you. You're being more you by dressing as the bubblegum pop princess or whatever you are. Maybe you are the super posh and sleek person. Maybe you are like, I don't know, giving radiant springtime beauty, goddess from the woods. Maybe you are sleek and sexy, mystical queen of nighttime. You know, like everyone has their own vibe and you're radiating yours way more, and it'll transform. It'll make you glow. You are cultivating the audacity to be you, to be yourself fiercely this month. And a lot of that contributes into what we were saying earlier about speaking up in the workplace. If you haven't been paid appropriately or haven't been treated appropriately, not even just in the workplace, but by anyone, you are standing up for yourself and standing in that fierceness, standing in your you-ness. Beautiful. We have the journey. Wonderful. And this shows great connection to earth, to spirit, and it really shows that all of us are on journeys going back home to ourselves, remembering our power, remembering who we are, why we came here. And that journey looks so different for all of us, and we have to respect those differences. And I feel also that for a lot of you, you may be going on an actual journey this month. I still travel for every single group. Like, there's so many people traveling this time, I guess, or going on some sort of adventures. But really, the journey talks about a journey inward, which we see in the High Priestess as well. The journey inward to cultivate more awareness of who you are. This is a very meditative month for you, spiritual month for you. And I feel like there are parts of you that have been asleep for a very long time. Even if you're an awakened, spiritually aware person, there are still parts of you that have been sleeping. And I feel like a lot of you have a lot more power and authority than you realize. Like, your spirit has a ton of authority. Like, you're not just a mere regular human. I mean, a part of you is, but you are somebody who wields a lot of power and a lot of wisdom and influence in this world, more than the average person. And you're waking up to that influence, and you're starting to use it more consciously. I'm seeing this awakening happening in a lot of people, but not everybody. Okay, and I feel like why it keeps coming out in my readings so much this month for July is because a lot of people who are good people, spiritually awakened, it feels like the universe is sort of pushing them through this portal, or not through a portal, but like uncovering parts of them and sort of nudging you into these leadership positions, using your voice more consciously instead of being a victim of the world and the circumstances, and being in a world that stepping on each other's throats gets you the highest. That's what's changing with this Pluto transit that's been happening. And it's the people who are spiritually awake and aware and kind that will be thriving in this new reality. Okay, so like I said, the universe is pushing you into more leadership positions. We have challenges coming through. Unbearable situations throw you directly into God's arms if you are open. Please take over, divine, and guide the right actions. Please take this burden and show me your will. Yeah, you guys have been through a lot of challenges. A lot of really negative people who once, like the old earth, the old reality, the years past, so many people benefited from using and abusing women and workers and fill in the blank. And that is changing. Those people are getting called out now. They are suffering. They are depressed. They are not finding success because that old paradigm has shifted. The entire planet, the entire earth went through a portal, I am telling you, earlier this year, where people who are stuck in that way of thinking, stuck in that mindset, will slowly begin decaying, like their life will decay. There is no more growth that comes from stepping on each other, like, and being like that, and judging each other harshly. The people who are stuck in those old ways of thinking, you will start to see it. Their business will come crumbling down. For a lot of you, if this is a business that you're working for, where people are, mistreating the employees, their business is going to fail within the next few years. I give it like 2 years max. Okay, their business will fail. And it's just not working. You're going to see these tower moments happening all around you, but they're not touching you because Spirit is nudging you to be a new leader, thought leader, somebody, whatever it is that you do. And the key to that leadership is just being you, being in your divine you-ness. And I see you being more conscious about standing up for yourself and others and changing the culture and being the change that you want to see. It is so beautiful. We have yin energy, so much feminine, beautiful energy. See, I was picking up on that bubblegum pop princess energy. We have the high priestess. Not that, that hyper feminism is necessarily directly related to yin energy, but yin is the divine feminine. And I see so much of it for you this month. A lot of going within yourself, a lot of meditation, a lot of spiritual work and experiences. So much like going with the flow, letting things happen. But you're secretly the driving force behind the changes. You're the one manipulating and influencing the people around you. And I mean that in a good way, the word manipulation. Manipulation simply means molding. Molding reality around you the way that you want it to be. Beautiful. I'm seeing a lot of self-care. I'm seeing attention to appearances of your home and your body and aligning that with yourself. Standing so strongly in your power, but you don't need to shout it from the rooftops because you have true power and confidence, which is quiet, knowing, reassuring. Let's see what else comes out. We have strategy in reverse. I'm seeing going with the flow here. But I do think it would help your case, help your cause, if you did do a little bit more planning and strategizing when it comes to your goals and the challenges that you're overcoming at this time. Having like a schedule that works for you and listening to your intuition when it tells you what changes that you need to make or what ideas you should bring on into your life that will help you get what you want. Taking action, strategizing it, and actually accomplishing it. A lot of you already have the answers that you need. For example, if you have a business, you already have the idea that you need to make it successful, but you need to strategize and implement it. You need to put it into place. Okay? And I know I can't get specific with these readings because all of you are in different circumstances and scenarios, but I do offer monthly personal readings now. So if you want like a month ahead reading that's just for you, that is on my website now. Okay. We also have disseminating moon. Take time to breathe out. Yes. Yin energy, high priestess, disseminating moon. This is a month where I really do see a lot of you like just reading, relaxing, spending time alone, strategizing your next game plan, taking good care of yourself. Physically, like you're on point. Everything like hair, skin, nails, wardrobe. Yes. Okay. Home decor. Yes. Like you're radiating that divine you-ness. You're stepping home back into yourself, taking the time to, you're still charging forward when it comes to your goals and the actions that you take on a daily basis. But you're doing it from a much more calm perspective and you are pouring energy into yourself. So let's see your final card. This is your message from your spirit guides for this month. Embrace the moment. Beautiful. Embrace this day, this very moment. Think positively today and repel those negative thoughts. Try not to judge yourself or others. This may be harder than you think. What is actually happening is that you're changing your energy. Yeah, you're changing your energy by taking time for yourself, by finding ways to radiate you more out into the world, by just going out and having fun as well. Creating memories that are fun for you. That changes your energy. And when you change your energy, you show up into rooms with more authority. People treat you better. People want to see what you have to say when you've taken the time to nurture yourself, your looks, your appearance, just honestly. People will treat you with more respect. Your energy, when you took time to pour into yourself and have fun, you show up so much better. You know, for example, when I do these readings, if I do a lot of readings within a short time and I'm starting to get antsy or like sweaty, like I have to take a break to reset and recharge my energy. Otherwise, I give a really crappy reading, you know? So I take breaks between every few readings to do what I have to do, whether that's eat or shower or even just relax or go for a walk, so I can show up my highest self. And I'm seeing you doing more of that this month. Instead of burning yourself out and working yourself to the bone, you are taking better care of yourself, radiating your divine newness, and doing everything else the same. You know, the same amount of work, maybe a little bit better strategy, and start getting started on those ideas that you know will lead you to success. But because you're showing up in your full energy all of the time and everything that you're doing every single day, because you're taking the time for you, you will see so much more results and reciprocation and people being really engaged with you or your work or whatever you're doing, because you're showing up as your highest, best self. You know, you're not like showing up just rolled out of bed with like a messy bun in your hair. I say that as I have a messy bun in my hair right now. You are showing up feeling really good about yourself, beautiful, confident. It's not even just looks, it's energy. It's feeling. You know, like that feeling of just coming off vacation and being well rested and having a lot of stories to tell, and you woke up early and you just put on your favorite outfit and did your hair, makeup, whatever, the way that you want, fresh manicure, whatever. You're going to have a good day. You know, you eat a nice healthy breakfast, you're going to have a good day. And I see you incorporating more of those little things into your daily rituals, but you're making it every day. So you're always showing up as your highest self. That's what life's all about. Remembering who you are and showing up as your highest self in the flesh. Because when you can show up as your highest self, you can make this world your Garden of Eden. You can influence. You are divine. You're showing up as your divine version, your spirit self, unfiltered. And that has so much more power than I can articulate in words. That is spiritual power. That is divine power. The power of a goddess or God, okay? I hope you understand. All right, thank you guys for joining me. This is kind of a deeper type of reading, I guess. Not so specific on the details of your life, because that'll all look different for you. But I hope this resonated with you. Let me know how it resonated down below. Subscribe if you've not already. Like this video to help a gal out. And if you want a personal reading with me one-on-one, the link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. I do offer personal monthly readings there if you are interested, as well as other readings such as love, career. They're very guided by your own questions. And if you want to check out my second channel, Spirit Psychic Tarot, I should have all of the monthly readings posted on there by time this is posted, or, you know, it will be posted shortly after. And that's for each zodiac sign. So that's 4 readings for you, because you can watch for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs. So check it out. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.